My name is Beau Eckstein, your host. And today we're going to talk about what is needed to qualify initially for an SBA loan. And so just for basic sizing of the loan request, let's say it's a construction project. What we would need is the sources and uses along with the construction budget.
Welcome to the Investor Financing Podcast, where we interview real estate investors and lenders so you can learn all the secrets to getting your projects funded and scale your portfolio. And now, your host, Beau Eckstein.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Investor Financing Podcast. And my name is Beau Eckstein, your host. And today we're going to talk about what is needed to qualify initially for an SBA loan, whether it be a 7A or a SBA 504. This talk specifically about real estate related, either acquisition of an existing building or the construction of a property. And so obviously it's got to be owner user first off. So the intention is to be an owner user type property, meaning you're going to be operating the business or your business is going to be located inside the commercial property and occupying at least 51% of the property. SBA is good for various uses, self-storage, hospitality, potentially restaurants, lots and lots of uses, assisted living facilities, skilled nursing. The list goes on and on what you can and can't use. And some of the requests are considered special purpose, which we're going to get to in another episode. But today we're going to talk about sizing up a deal, what it looks like. And let's take an example of let's go with a self-storage facility.
You're listening to the Investor Financing Podcast. We'll be right back after this break.
Are you in the market for a commercial loan? Did you find the perfect opportunity but need funding? Have a special situation? At Find the Bank, you will get quotes with competitive rates and terms from multiple lenders without any hassles. Have a multifamily property, construction project, owner-user property, industrial, mixed use, hotel? At Find the Bank, you can get nearly any kind of commercial financing. The process is simple. Once you send us some information about you and your property, we send back a quote sheet. Then we quickly connect you with an advisor. You won't spend hours calling multiple banks trying to find the right person to talk to. We'll connect you fast to the right person, hassle-free. Better terms than you could get on your own. Go to findthebank.com and complete the form. An advisor will be connected with you within minutes to discuss your specific financing needs.
And so just for basic sizing of the loan request, let's say it's a construction project. What we would need is the construction budget, the sources and uses. So, what's the land cost going to be? What's the breakdown of all the equipment and materials and construction budget? So the sources and uses along with the construction budget. And then a Form 413, which is a personal financial statement. If you've got a pro forma, that's great. If you've done any feasibilities, that's also good. But from there, that's basically enough information where we can usually do a quick sizing and provide indicative terms. From there, if you were interested, if this was a business startup or an expansion, there's a little bit different caveats. If you're an existing business expanding into a larger location, there's different rules. But if it's a business startup, sometimes you're capped at 85%. So it'd be a 50% senior lien and a 35% SBA or CDC lien. And that's on the 504 versus the SBA 7A. Could potentially just be one loan, or it could be a loan pari passu with a conventional loan. So there's all different ways of structuring these. But essentially, to size up these deals, we need a Form 413 personal financial statement, sources and use. If you've got a resume on the sponsors, that's really good. Construction budget, if it's a construction project, a pro forma showing what you think a stabilized value will be. Usually a five-year pro forma would work. And from there, based on that, we could structure the deal and give you kind of an indicative terms where you could see what the proceeds would look like and what you need to contribute. From there, to get actual underwriting approval, we'd have to submit a full financial package. That's usually 3 years personal and business tax returns and an interim financial statement. And from there, we could get an actual loan commitment. And then obviously you're going to have a lot of steps to go from there with your GC and some feasibility studies and so forth. But the process is actually pretty quick. 7A is a little bit quicker process versus the 504. But in general, those are the forms you'll need up front. So financial statement, form 413, sources and uses, construction budget, any feasibility studies is useful, obviously the property address, and that's enough to really to kind of have a good conversation and kind of vet the deal out. From there, to get a full underwriting decision, they do need your 3 years of business and personal tax returns and an interim financial statement as well. But that's it. I'll talk to you on the next episode.
Thanks for listening to the Investor Financing Podcast. For show notes and useful resources, please visit investorfinancingpodcast.com. For questions or comments, email info@investorfinancingpodcast.com. If you enjoy our show, please share it with your network. Until next time.